great Australian chaser Crisp with 12 stone on his back. It's hats off and a tremendous reception. You've never heard one like it at Liverpool.
The winning Lunch National Hunt rider of all time has waited a long time to land his first Grand National.
Your first ride came aboard Glenkillen in 1973, stablemate to Red Rum and carrying the first colours of the famous Noel Le Maire.
Yeah, that's right. Ginger had two runners that year, Red Rum and Glenkillen. Glenkillen was after winning the Beecher Chase that year, so my fellow was the most fancied of the two, so I wore the first colours, but I came down as the chair and Red Rum went on to make history after that.
Well, and obviously they were not going to switch those colours back.
No, they kept the colours for a good while. Well, he always ran in the yellow cap afterwards, but I think Beryl has kept the old colours, so she's using them now, I think.
Well, great to see them back, but the race is best remembered for being the first of Red Rum's 3 Grand National wins. Record time, it was a remarkable defeat of Crisp on the run-in, trailing by 15 lengths. At that point, did you have any inkling that Red Rum could be such a special horse?
Not a clue, really. I think he'd only 10 stone, or maybe not even 10 stone. We carried 10 stone. But Crisp had a lot of weight. I can't remember what weight he had, but he had a lot of weight at the time. And I remember I was after running up towards the water jump to see the finish, and it was tough going, really, because he had jumped so well, Crisp had, and did everything so well, and just the weight and everything beat him right at the end. You know, it was a bit disheartening for him.
And obviously a little bit disheartening maybe the fact that you were in the other colours.
Yeah, I was in the wrong colours that day, definitely. So I attacked Ginger after that. He put me on the wrong one.
Well, Ginger McCain, I mean, 1976 you rode again for him aboard Meridian II, a race which Red Rum finished second. He was a great man for the occasion. And how did he, Jonjo? I mean, he was deadly. How were they always just absolutely spot on the day?
Yeah, he trained on the beach, and the beach only then, you know, and right, they were really fit and well looked after, obviously, and he was just, I don't know how he used to do it, to be honest. He'd just have him spot on the day, you know. He loved the entry and loved everything about Liverpool.
Would he ask you as a jockey questions, and what do you think, Jonjo?
Yeah, he would do, yeah, but Ginger was a man of his, you know, he made up his own mind really at the end of the day, you know, but he would listen to what you were saying, whether the horse would be suitable or not suitable or whatever. And he used to love Haydock for the trial, you know, before they go to entry, and yeah, he was a very lucky man around there.
He was, and another very, very lucky man was the great Fred Rymel, who managed to win it 4 times. You actually rode his horse, not when he won. I hate to remind you, but in 1976 he won it. You rode him 2 years later. What was he like as a horse?
Rag Trade was brilliant. John was after winning, and he was just like when I rode a few other horses earlier than that, and they weren't so good as the fella says, really, or I didn't get very far on them. But when you rode a horse like that around there, he was poetry in motion. He was brilliant, really. Unfortunately, he broke down when I rode him, but I think if I rode him when he was fit, I would have won a national on him, definitely. You
know how hard it is to win a national. How many times have you said that in your career? You know how hard it is, and it has been. But 4 of them, just sum that up as an achievement.
Oh, it's an unbelievable achievement, really, especially back in those days, you know, because, you know, the weights were right down until 9.7, I think, really, and, you know, it was a real hard race. As we all know, it's a lot better race now, and much milder race, and much more classier horses are running in it, really, but going back in those days, that was a fantastic feat, really.
And Jonjo, in 1977, you partnered Sir Garnet, Red Rum's emotional 3rd success to build up that great day. Must have been unbelievable.
Oh, it was fantastic, really, and the atmosphere before racing and that, you know, and with knowing Ginger so well and being involved with riding such a lot of the horses for him and that, it was a magical time, really, you know. The entry is the entry, and like, you know, just having a ride in the race, everybody is all excited about it, and you know, the weighing room is different. You know, the lads that normally don't say a lot, you can't shut them up, and the fellas that always talking, nobody says anything, so the atmosphere is really tense, like, and there's great excitement there, really. And
the aftermath then as well, because he was a superstar. I mean, he was on every television screen across the country.
And he was brilliant, you know. He went into lifts, he opened shops, he went into hotels, he did everything.
All on his own.
All on his own. He was a magical horse, really. He was just unique, and so was Ginger, really. So the two matched up well together.
It's fair to say that you didn't have the greatest amount of luck in terms of riding around Aintree in the Grand National.
I was unlucky. I rode the wrong horses.
Well, as we recap, it seems that you were part of great history, though.
Yeah. I was going. The one time I was going really well was on Rag Trade. He was going smashing, and everything was going great, and I was having a fantastic ride on him until he went wrong, and then. Alverton I was having a great ride in Alverton, really. He was brilliant, and jumping for fun and going really well until he came down at Beechers. So that was tough, but that's racing, really. And you know, it was it's just a national, isn't it? You know, it's highs and lows, and you know, the lows are low and the highs are fantastic.